Everyone knows about the story of Sun Wukong, a monkey born from stone, leading his fellow monkeys, gaining godly powers and multiple layers of immortality, rebelling against the heavenly court, getting punished by the Buddha and finally, joining Tang Sanzang on his journey west. However, none of this would have happened if not for one person. Patriarch Subodhi, also known as Putti Zushi in some translations. Patriarch Subodhi was the first being in all of existence that Sun Wukong truly respected, and perhaps the only one he genuinely feared. Long before the Monkey King battled heaven or carried Tang Sanzang across the western lands, he was simply a stone monkey terrified of death. Watching one of his fellow monkeys grow old and die filled him with dread, and that fear drove him away from the mountain of flowers and fruit in search of immortality. After years of wandering through the human world, Sun Wukong eventually found a hidden temple deep within the mountains. There lived Patriarch Subodhi, an immortal Taoist sage surrounded by disciples studying the mysteries of the universe. Different versions of the story describe him in slightly different ways, but he is usually portrayed as calm, ancient, and almost impossible to fully understand. Even his true origins are unclear. Some readers believe he represents a mixture of Taoist and Buddhist wisdom, while others see him as a figure beyond ordinary religious categories altogether. At first, Subodhi refused to meet the strange monkey waiting outside his temple gates. Sun Wukong remained there anyway, patiently enduring the cold and hunger for months. That persistence impressed the old master enough to finally let him enter. During their first lessons, Subodhi tested the monkey constantly, trying to see whether he possessed discipline or merely wild ambition. Unlike the heavenly gods who would later underestimate Wukong, Subodhi immediately recognized the dangerous potential hidden inside him. It was Subodhi who gave the Monkey King his iconic true name. The surname Sun was connected to his monkey nature, while Wukong roughly means awakened to emptiness. In classical Chinese philosophy and Buddhism, emptiness is not simply nothingness. It refers to a deeper understanding of reality beyond ego and illusion. The name itself hinted at the spiritual path Wukong was supposed to follow, even though he would spend much of his life ignoring its meaning. Under Subodhi's teachings, Sun Wukong learned abilities no ordinary immortal could easily master. He gained his first layer of immortality in addition to studying the secrets of immortality, cloud somersault travel, shape-shifting, magical combat, and the famous 72 transformations under Subodhi. He also learned how to control his breathing, focus his spirit, and separate his soul from his body. Many of the powers that later allowed him to fight heaven and powerful Yaoge came directly from these lessons. In a way, Subodhi is responsible for turning Wukong from a monkey into one of the most powerful beings in the universe. Yet Subodhi never trained him carelessly. Every lesson came with warnings about pride, anger, and recklessness. One of the most important moments between them came after Wukong began showing off his powers to the other students. Subodhi became furious. He understood something that Wukong himself could not yet see. Great power without restraint would eventually lead to disaster. The patriarch warned him that if he used his abilities carelessly, he would bring enormous suffering upon himself and others, a prediction which would be proven right. He then ordered Wukong to leave the temple forever. Before sending him away, Subodhi made the Monkey King swear never to reveal the identity of the master who taught him, even threatening him by saying he would skin Wukong alive, break all his bones and banish his soul to the place of ninefold darkness if he ever broke his promise. Wukong obeyed completely. Whether the threats were truthful or exaggerations mattered not to Wukong, who was truly terrified for one of the only times in the novel. Throughout Journey to the West, even during battles against gods and demons, he never once betrayed Subodhi's name. That silence says a great deal about their relationship. Sun Wukong rebelled against heaven, mocked kings, fought Yaoguai kings, and even challenged the Jade Emperor and Buddha himself, but he never dared disrespect his old master. What makes Subodhi so important is not simply the powers he gave Wukong. He was the first figure who treated the Monkey King as both a student and a responsibility. Others either feared Wukong, tried to control him, or underestimated him. Subodhi alone understood exactly what kind of being stood before him. He saw both the brilliance and the danger at the same time. Even after disappearing from the story, the patriarch's influence never truly fades. Every major event in Sun Wukong's life traces back to those years in the mountain temple. Without Subodhi, there would be no great sage equal to heaven, no rebellion against the celestial court, and no legendary protector of Tang Sanzang. All without ever breaking his promise to his first master. In many ways, the entire story of Journey to the West begins with an immortal master opening his door to a frightened monkey searching for a way to escape death. Thanks for watching this video. I make videos about Journey to the West on my channel, so if you want to learn about the novel or are just interested, why don't you try subscribing? I would appreciate it. Thanks for watching and have a good day.